There is something unsettling about walking home alone at 2 in the morning, not because of the darkness itself, but because of what the darkness might be hiding. I wasn't afraid of the city. I had walked these streets 100 times after my late-night shifts. The flickering street lights, the empty sidewalks, the distant hum of neon signs buzzing in the silence. They had always been comforting in a strange way. But not that night. That night something felt wrong. The city wasn't just quiet, it was too quiet. No wind, no rustling trash, no far-off sirens or distant conversations drifting from apartment windows. Just silence. And then I saw him. At first he was just a shape at the edge of the dim glow of a flickering street lamp. Tall, thin, unnaturally still, the kind of stillness that doesn't belong to anything living. My breath caught in my throat. My mind screamed at me to keep walking, to ignore him, but I couldn't help myself. I stole a glance, and that's when I saw his face. His mouth was stretched into a grin, wide, too wide, as if his skin had been peeled back and stapled into that expression. The street lamp above him buzzed, casting his face in a sickly yellow glow. His suit was crisp but old, like something from another time. His hands hung at his sides, long fingers twitching as if he was excited. Then, without warning, he moved. But not like a normal person. He danced. And then he began to skip toward me. A horrible, exaggerated skip, his feet barely touching the pavement. I felt my stomach drop. I crossed the street, forcing myself to breathe, telling myself that I was just overreacting. But then he stopped. I didn't hear his footsteps halt. I didn't hear him move at all. But when I glanced back, he was standing perfectly still again, his head tilted too far to one side, watching me. His grin was wider now. The streetlight above him flickered. For a second, the world was swallowed by blackness. And when the light returned, he was closer, not walking closer, not skipping closer, just closer. I felt cold sweat slide down the back of my neck. I sped up. So did he. I could hear him now, his feet lightly scuffing against the pavement, his arms swinging wildly at his sides. Then, a sound. Soft at first, a low humming. At first I thought it was coming from the wind or from a nearby alley. But no, he was humming, a slow, tuneless melody rising and falling in a way that made my stomach churn. I turned a corner. My apartment was only 2 blocks away. Then he stopped again, grinning. The light above him flickered. For a moment the world was plunged into darkness again. When the light came back, he was gone. I didn't hesitate this time. I sprinted. My breath came in ragged gasps, my shoes slapping against the pavement. I turned another corner, 1 block left. Then I heard it, the humming. But this time, it was right behind me. I didn't look, I couldn't look. I bolted up the steps of my apartment building, fingers fumbling for my keys, my hands shaking so violently that I nearly dropped them. Then a whisper, right against my ear. "Why are you running?" I shoved the key into the lock and threw myself inside, slamming the door behind me. For a long time I just stood there, heart slamming against my ribs, sweat trickling down my back. And then I heard it. From just outside my door, soft, deliberate, a slow, eerie humming. I backed away from the door, my entire body shaking. I pressed my hand over my mouth to keep from screaming. The humming grew softer, then silence. I didn't move, I didn't breathe. Seconds passed, then minutes. I gathered enough courage to step forward, to check the peephole. I shouldn't have looked, but I did. And standing there, just inches from the peephole, was his grinning face.